Hey, so today I'm going to be responding to Bailey's policy debate video about importation of foreign oil into the U.S. Basically, at the heart of her argument was that it would be economically advantageous for the U.S. to rely less on importing foreign oil into the U.S. and focusing on domestic production of oil. And basically, I'm not in my criticism attacking that as an unsound concept in and of itself. What I'm basically trying to point out is that doing this is a little bit more difficult than a lot of people might assume. In Dean Foreman's June 2018 article, Why the U.S. Must Import and Export Oil, he puts it really well. He states that oil as a global commodity is almost never consumed directly. It has to be refined into something useful, fuels, products, stuff like that. And so physical characteristics such as where the oil is produced and then versus where there are refineries or distillation plants to turn that oil, crude oil, into something useful, and then where there is the most relative demand for different types of oil will determine the relative value, economic value of oil. And to build on that point a little bit, it's not one size fits all with oil. Oil is obviously, although we may think of it as, mostly fuel, it's a core part of making a lot of products and materials that are valuable in the U.S. Not all types of oil are the same. Oil is mainly measured in two different ways. It's measured in terms of its viscosity, whether it is heavy or light, and then it's measured in terms of its sulfur content, whether it's low in sulfur, being sweet, or high in sulfur content, being sour. And depending on these different measurements, it can be more difficult to refine it. It requires more complex methods depending on its content than what may be capable of the average refinery or distillation plant. So according to these points, you can sort of see why, yes, the U.S. does focus a bit on domestic production of oil and exportation, but it also needs to import some foreign oil. Anyway, this was just something that I thought was a good thing to bring up or point out in this discussion. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks.